Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the brand new Spiral Abyss in version Luna 1 of Genshin Impact, so let's get into it. Alrighty guys, so we're going to be going over a bunch of stuff about Floor 12 Abyss. Now the first thing I want to say is that this Abyss is super restrictive. It might be the most restrictive Abyss I have ever seen, like in the entire game's history. It feels that way to me. I don't know why, it just feels that way. I'm really not happy about it. There's not much that we can really do about it, but they should really stray away from this in the future, honestly. It just didn't feel good. The only other restrictive Abyss I've ever seen that's gotten to this level is when the Papilla was in the Abyss. And even that thing is kind of like easy compared to this. If you just have fast attacking, high frequency damage units, you can easily take out the Papilla. I just think that more units need to be usable in the Abyss because I view the Abyss as a place where we can test out our units to see if the builds are good, not a place where we are locked into only using certain units, and it feels really crappy, not gonna lie. Anyways, now that I've gotten that like tiny rant out of the way, I just kind of want to talk about the Leyline Disorder buffs here. I think that these buffs are mega shilled, and obviously they are locked behind the Lunar Bloom and Lunar Charged reactions. So on the first half, you have a Lauma and Nefer check, and Nefer is coming out in a few days. She's going to come in and just absolutely destroy this Abyss. I have no doubts about it. She's just going to mutilate it. And on the second half, it is a Flynn's or an Efa check. Another thing I just want to briefly touch on is, especially on the second half, the enemies are mega shilled towards Nod Krai. In particular, this wilderness hunter enemy right here. Now these guys actually have 2 layers of HP, and in order to take out these enemies super quickly, you need to use Ascendant Gleam on them. It is impossible to get rid of their HP bars without Ascendant Gleam efficiently. So that means you are immediately locked into using at least 2 Nod Krai units at once on this side. So you either have to use Flynn's and Efa, Flynn's Ino, or Ino and Efa. Like, you can use any of those combinations of units, right? It's just, it feels super restrictive and it doesn't feel good. Like, you are locked into brand new characters. A lot of people haven't built them, right? It just feels kind of crappy. So I'm mainly worried about the second half here. First half isn't really that bad when it comes to clearing. These enemies you can kill with Hyper Bloom, in my opinion. And if you have a good second half, like a Flynn's, you'll easily clear this Abyss. No doubt about it in my mind. It just feels super shilled on the second half towards Flynn's. It's not even... It doesn't even feel like it's more shilled towards Nefer. It's literally a Flynn's. This Abyss is literally just a Flynn's Abyss. So if you have Flynn's, this Abyss should feel like really, really easy. So I personally don't have Flynn's, and I was just kind of more brute forcing stuff with other units. Alright guys, so I briefly just kind of want to talk about characters that will be good this Abyss. And I'm going to start with the first half. Basically, any Bloom reaction will work here. Hyper Bloom, Bloom. If you have Lauma, put her in, she'll destroy it. Nahida and Nilou are pretty relevant right now, I'd say, at this current time, because we don't have Nefer yet. I'd say that they're pretty relevant. Dendro Traveler will work. Raiden on Triple EM will work. Kuki on Triple EM. Yao Yao, Kale, Xingqiu, Yelan. These characters are relevant because they involve the Hyper Bloom or Bloom reaction. So, try some combinations out. I'm sure you'll be able to get something to work. As for the second half, you're really, really locked into Nod Krai. You can, if you have an Efa, you'll probably easily be able to clear as long as you put Ino with her so that you get that Ascendant Gleam passive. If you don't have Ino, I would try out Flynn's. I think a lot of people probably have Flynn's, so this is going to be kind of an easy Abyss for them. But if you did not pull Flynn's and you did not pull an Efa, this is where you're going to kind of run into some problems, and you're going to have to try and brute force it with other units. So some other units that I would recommend trying to brute force with, obviously Mavwika will just go in and destroy. So, that would be my first recommendation if you're really struggling. And then the second recommendation would probably be this team core right here with Skirk and Escoffier. That will go in and destroy. I don't really have any other recommendations at the moment. I think Arlecchino won't perform that well, in my opinion, this Abyss. I just don't think it's not going to feel nearly as good as probably some of the other teams I mentioned. But I just kind of wanted to show off some of the fun clips I got this Abyss. I'm not going to really go into a free-to-play, in-depth, guide or anything like that. I just kind of wanted to have a little bit of a fun video, just showing off some of my more heavily invested teams, and that'll do it. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Enjoy the clips.
I'll never mistake the way you give me my faith. My body feels safe in your hands. Feel me fully fade. I'm light as a fire that I'm letting you escape. The stars still remember the fall to our fate. I don't wanna wait. Every single part of me in flames. Tell me how it tastes. Let me be the harmony you crave. I want you to stay, please stay. Venom in my veins, deliverance waits for your hands. I am not afraid. I'm light as a fire that I'm letting you escape. The stars still remember the fall to our fate. I don't wanna wait. Every single part of me in flames. Tell me how it tastes. Let me be the harmony you crave.
Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. But before I go, I do want to talk about my plans for future content. I have some content coming out in WUWA. Going to be doing some TOA stuff. Just kind of talking about my thoughts on the recent TOA and the direction that the end game is heading. And I also am going to be doing some C2R1 Nephropolls. And in that same video, I'll be building and testing her. So hopefully you guys will be looking forward to that. I have a lot more Genshin content coming out in the future. Stygian is coming soon, so I'll be doing a video on that, kind of showing my clear of that. I won't really be doing any tips and tricks or anything like that, but I do kind of just want to show off my clear of that. And without further ado, I'm going to be ending off the video here. And if you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!